This is my 1986 Chevrolet short wheelbase truck. It's on a half-ton frame with 1-ton axles. Dana 60 in the front, 14-bolt Chevrolet in the back with a 6-inch lift. Got some bald super swampers on there. This was a two-wheel drive truck, but now it's a big four-wheel drive truck. It can go a lot more places than what it had been. Scottsdale. It's got a NV4500 5-speed transmission with a 205 transfer case in the back. These transmissions aren't very cheap, but I wanted an overdrive, so we grit our teeth and saved up a little bit of money. And I had to cut the floorboard because it's a two-wheel drive truck, or it was a two-wheel drive truck, and it wouldn't fit, so we had to cut around it so it'd fit down in there. And I've got a couple pieces of floorboard here and there and some sheet metal where I'll smooth it back out, and I'll just put a rubber mat on it or get it rhino line, one of the two. But I just got my clutch pedal bracket in the other day. You probably can't see it right now. It's down in there though. It's for a hydraulic clutch, which that's what that transmission calls for. And I'm going to show you what I'm having a problem with right now. Nice strong motor. It came out of a 89 Dodge. It's 12 valve. But I've got my master cylinder right here, and the hydraulic line that screws into it is threaded. It's kind of like a brake line. And I just can't seem to figure out how to get it to run down to my slave cylinder, which is a Chrysler application right here. And it's got a little hole right there, and this right here, it's not. This would be on a line, but I just bought the fitting, but it would go down in there like this right here, and you'll have to push him down in there. And there's a little hole right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But you push this thing down in there, and then you put a little key through there, and it holds it down in there. But see, this line right here, it's threaded at both ends. This is a Chevrolet hydraulic line, and I knew it wouldn't work, but I'm trying to figure out how I can either splice half of a Dodge line to it, or if somebody makes a conversion like this. But I'm at a standstill right now with that. And I'm not quite sure what to do. I've asked a couple people, and everybody around town kind of looks at me halfway crazy because nobody's done this around here, and they've heard about it and seen it on the internet. They just haven't done it. But kind of hoping I can beat everybody to it before somebody else starts doing one of these. But as of right now, I'm at a standstill on that. Can't really drive it anywhere, even though I did the other day. I didn't really want to, but I wanted to see how it would drive. But I started in first gear, drove around the yard a little bit, and tore up a little bit of the yard, but I got a Detroit locker in the rear end. But it drives good. It's straight pipe right now. I got it turned out over here. Just coming straight down right there. But it's a mean truck right now, even just sitting right here. I'll start it up for you and let's listen to it. It was an automatic, and the shifter's still right here. I gotta take it out still. But That'll be a little bit later on. Wait just a minute, I gotta set this down. It smokes a little bit. I think I've got a bad injector someplace. And I'm slowly replacing all of those because those things aren't very cheap.